All right, good morning, everybody. Continuing work on the 289 stroker here. It's going to be 333 cubic inches, 12 to 1 compression. And we're back from our vacation. Went up and visited, stopped by and saw James and his wife at OG Superfly Garage and checked out the Black Widow, his foxbody in their workshop. And he's going more for a full-on restoration on his, but still streetable, but very nice fox body compared to this one. This one's got more dings and dents, but anyway, so we got back. I went ahead and tapped the front oil plugs there and got the fittings there. I did put a little hole in there for some oil to spray on the distributor gear back here in the back of the timing sprocket. So that's what I did in this one too. So, and then moving on from that, the pistons came in while we were on vacation. So I got these DSS, these were what was available. I got the 4032 alloy pop-up. Sorry. That once already. I should have had this already out, but I got these are for inline valve, so we can use the Pro Max heads, or if we want to get a set of like I said, probably maybe the Project X or AFRs that'll work with all of those. These are a 6cc pop-up, and I got these the only other ones available to get in a decent time frame was Icon pistons, and they had a lot thicker ring package, so I opted for the DSS. And I weighed them all out. They're all within a gram of each other, so I think that much is good. And then I got on to measuring for piston to wall clearance, which for our bore size we're looking at 35 thousandths to up to 50 thousandths. So that's why I got that circled. 4032 alloy, and then a 4040 bore size is going to fall right here. Okay, so I went ahead and measured the piston skirt where they want you to set up on my 4-inch micrometer. Zeroed out the bore gauge to this, which is going to be kind of hard to do one-handed, but I'll show you because it obviously wants to slip out. But you zero this out right here. When you get this right in the middle, it's going to be 0. And then you go measure the bores, and your difference is your wall clearance. So we just take this down. One thing they did say was kind of go towards the bottom of the bore, because if it was honed with a torque plate, it's going to distort the top of the bores. But that's right at 3.5. So I mean, we may want to touch this one up, but we're darn close. Sorry for the glare, guys. So that one is 3.5. So we're almost right there in spec. 3.5. Okay. And I'll have to move this and check the other side, but that one's 3.5. So this one may be a little tight. I'll go and do the same thing on the other side, and we'll see where we're at. But I don't know. That may be outside of the tolerance of this inexpensive little bore gauge. Anyway, that's where we're at. The crank and everything, I'm going to take to the machine shop. I weighed all the rods. They're all right on the money. These are Summit branded scat rods. I'll show you these because I've already but the package right in there is the packaging comes from Scat. It's just a white box scat. And these are the upgraded rods with the better rod bolts. And sorry guys, but these are the beefier rods, beefier I-beams, a step up from the Pro stock. These are the Pro comps, which is what I have in here. I think they're rated to about 700 horsepower, so that should do the trick there. Anyway, guys, that's where we're at. Got everything getting ready to go to the machine shop for balancing, and I'll have to talk to the Rich at the machine shop what he thinks on touching up the hone on these, because I don't. The rings want a specific hone finish, which I have in the box over here. The instructions for the rings, and then cam bearings, just rod bearings. I've got a couple different choices for main bearings I already own, so that's kind of where I'm at with that. Getting ready to take everything to the machine shop and see if this block is even close, because it was already machined when I got it, but looks like it's pretty close. The clearances are probably a little tight for forged pistons, but it would be fine. Cast pistons, I think the cast pistons only require like 0.002 clearance, so, or hyper-eutectic even. So forged pistons need a little bit more clearance, which I may have him touch up the hone on that, and then make sure the hone grit, the hone finish is good for the rings that we're running, because they want a certain finish on the wall for the type of rings you use. So I think this was a hone for a generic rebuild, so we might have that touched up, but I'll talk to Rich about that, because he'll have my rings and everything too, and I'll have to take them to the block and we'll go from there. So that's the update, guys. It's coming along. We just got to get the machine work done. We can paint the block and start putting this short block together, and then move on to figuring out what kind of camshaft we want to put in there, and if I want to possibly upgrade the springs on this. So, but one step at a time. Anyway, hope everybody has a great weekend, and thanks for watching. Appreciate it.